Welcome back to Winners Win Football Podcast. An engaged man.
We had the engagement party, which basically was like a wedding.
Yes.
Crazy scenes.
Yes.
Should we put in some clips of dancing?
Here you have it.
Shambolic.
No rhythm. We're too lazy to edit.
Probably, yes.
Yes.
But great fun.
Great
Fantastic.
fun.
Congratulations. Well done. I can't believe you're again.
But that's enough of my girl. Now on to my other girl.
Damn.
Lamine Yamal. Okay. So, no Ballon d'Or for him.
Damn. One game decided all. Nations League final. It was enough to show he's not Ballon d'Or level, huh?
I have to say, I respect the talent. The best 17-year-old football has ever seen, probably.
For sure.
He is getting annoying.
Yes.
I'm quite happy that he got to shut the fuck up.
For once, yeah.
For us. Because there is a fine balance between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
And he is going more towards the arrogance side, and it's quite annoying.
Yeah, I think for sure that's arrogance. But I think you need the arrogance to be the best player.
No, confidence. There is, you know how girls say, I like a confident guy, not an arrogant guy?
Are you a girl?
Lamine is too confident, too arrogant for me.
Are you his girlfriend or what?
Ah, man, this guy talks too much. Yeah, we get it. They have some cool lines, but chill.
Nah.
The goat had to stop him.
The goat.
The goat. The GOAT needed one chance.
It was a great goal, honestly.
It was a good goal. Ronaldo, if there is one thing you have to give Ronaldo, probably the best goal instinct of all time. He knows exactly where the ball is going.
Yeah, and the way obviously this guy he's a dinosaur, he's old.
Yeah.
But he still manufactured that chance for him he just pushed Cucurella just enough, no foul or anything. Just enough. And you generate the opportunity
you have to
follow the ball.
See where the ball is, the direction of the ball.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I loved about him in Madrid.
Yeah.
He always knew how to move. He used to make that move, like he runs towards the ball and then comes back, runs behind the defender, freeing up space and finding the direction of the ball. That's his best attribute.
I mean, that's probably one of the most difficult things as a striker to get that space, to get the opportunity for yourself. And I mean, at 40 years old, to score 8 goals in 9 games in Nations League,
it's unheard of.
It don't matter what you say. We're talking about Lamine Yamal being one of the great 17 years. This is probably the best 40-year-old player we've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I'm not a big Ronaldo fanboy or anything, but you still have to respect what we're seeing.
Yeah.
He's washed, but he can still contribute. He can still be a good part of this.
Yeah.
Because I felt like once he came off, it wasn't much threat going for Portugal, even with Gonzalo Ramos or any Diego Jota.
Yeah, but he also he gives the team a personality.
Yeah, for sure. I think last Euros stinker, horrible performance from Ronaldo that tournament. But in these games, maybe I'm undecided, honestly.
I think Roberto Martinez has found a good role for him.
Yeah, maybe.
Where the team doesn't rely on him, but he's a good
But he can still contribute.
outlet.
Yeah, he can still contribute to the team.
And the man of the match.
Nuno Mendes. I mean,
This
is the best.
One of the best left backs we've seen. He's so complete though. They're like
since Robertson, I would say. Robertson was one of the yeah, Robertson was great. Please.
That was a big left. This is the best left back we've seen since Marcelo.
Nah, man. Robertson. Robertson was still good.
He was good, but he's not one of the best fullbacks of all time.
He's one of the best in the Premier League that we've seen in the Premier League.
Yeah, but not of all time. I would put this Nuno Mendes level at Marcelo 2017. This performance this year.
Yeah, he is unbelievable. I think
we haven't seen
this guy.
A guy that good at defending, but also so good at attacking.
Yeah.
It's quite rare.
Yes, he has all the attributes you would ever need.
Yeah, all these fullbacks, they're good at one thing. Like Marcelo was good at attacking. He wasn't good at defender. Trent, good at attacking, not as good at defender.
Yeah.
This
But
guy does everything. He's been put up against the three best right wingers in the world. Salah, Lamine, Saka.
And he's been good against all of them.
He stopped all of them.
He didn't stop Saka.
He put them in his pocket.
He did not put Saka in his pocket. I won't have it.
He made it more quiet.
Let me tell you.
He made it more quiet.
Yeah, for sure. He made it difficult for him.
Yes.
For sure, but okay.
Okay.
Out of the three.
This you will agree with.
Okay.
Saka was more quiet against PSG than he was against Madrid.
That doesn't tell me anything. You guys were horrible. He played against Alaba. He was on crutches.
No, but like, okay,
yeah, for sure.
Saka couldn't
but still,
dominate
over the 3 games we played against PSG this season, Saka scored in 2 of them. The first game.
The first one doesn't count, dude.
Why does the first one count?
Because they weren't that good at that time.
Okay, so he was still good then, or no?
Probably. I didn't see him back then.
But
I don't watch PSG games.
Okay, but still, that game Saka walked past him. He was like a cone that game. The semi-final games.
The first one.
The first one.
Yes. Saka was good in like 20 minutes. I think at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like he was dangerous.
No.
He was good.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I wouldn't say
limited him.
Yeah, for sure he limited him. But I would never say Nuno Mendes pocketed him like that.
No, not pocketed him.
But
he limited him.
Yeah, he made it difficult for him, which is more than most people could say.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking it away from him, but I won't.
Telling me Saka is better than Salah and Lamine?
No way, no.
Because did he pocket Salah?
Yeah, but for sure.
Did he pocket Lamine?
Yeah.
So that means Saka is better than Lamine and Salah?
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. You can have good games against a different fullback, but it doesn't make you a better player. Okay. I mean, if I played a game and a dribble past Nuno Mendes, would I be better than Salah and Lamine then?
Sure.
This is my problem, you see. Yeah. Result-based analysis. I won't have it. No, but Nuno Mendes, what a guy.
I wish.
Another.
Like they have 2 players that we need. We need a left back and we need a centre mid.
Yeah.
Vitinha is the other amazing.
Yeah. This guy, he's so clean. He's so fresh.
So nice. Oh.
Hey, you will never have him.
Vitinha.
Now that I think about it, what could Martinelli possibly have done to warrant such a reaction? What has Martinelli ever done to make someone react like that?
Hey, don't talk shit about my boy. Back in 2022.
Yeah. No.
He was the guy.
No, he is a good player. I think
he was a good player.
He is a good player. He's just, we haven't utilized him the best way. I think it's still a good player. But nevertheless, another wow player from this game. Arsenal player. Zubimendi.
Oh my god. Is he though?
He is an Arsenal player.
Is he though?
This is the Real Madrid PR machine trying to spin it.
No, I think I'm starting to give up on Zubimendi, but
it's over.
These Spanish propaganda outlets,
propaganda.
They're giving me hope.
Nah, don't get your hopes up because this.
But his comment was weird. You have to admit.
I agree. The comment
about
was weird.
Alonso.
Yeah, for sure it was weird, but I still think it's done. I think you just said it because obviously he respects Alonso. It's probably his idol growing up. They're playing quite a similar position and whatnot.
But hey, Real Madrid. Barcelona was about to sign Arda Güler. Real Madrid comes in and hijacks it.
Yeah, sure.
Frank Mastantuono.
You can't even pronounce his name.
Mastantuono.
Okay.
PSG was about to sign him. Real Madrid hijacks it. Zubimendi is about to sign for Arsenal.
You know what this reminds me of? 90 minutes is long in the Ballon. I'm getting flashbacks all over again.
No, I've given up on Zubimendi. But I do wish I would love to have him.
I think you would need
the best
him.
player.
You would be perfect for you guys.
For us right now.
Yeah, and I think the thing which when I watched the final, I was like, this guy is perfect for us, because now when I'm thinking about it, he will be our Jorginho replacement, basically. Yeah. When we played the best,
replacement.
It's an upgrade. But when we played the best was last year in the run-in.
Yeah.
When we went we just blitzed through teams. It was when we played Jorginho and Rice together.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking now, with Zubimendi in that midfield, him and Rice, they complement each other so well. Because when I watched this game, you can notice Zubimendi, he was good in the build-up, when to release the pass. But as soon as they countered Spain, he couldn't keep up. That's where Rice comes in. He is great at eating up ground, covering that defense in transitions. And what Rice is not as good at is the build-up, is that metronome. And those two together, they complement each other so well, I think.
You know who complements them more?
Yeah.
Other guy.
This it might be a good thing, because now I think with those two, we can play a double pivot, which frees up Odegaard. He can play more advanced and doesn't have to be a part of that build-up in the same way. I'm hoping, I might be coping, but we'll see. I think Rice...
I'm hoping, but I might be coping.
Yeah, but I'm hoping so, because I think he could... Oh, I got the password. They together, they could give us a new tactical element, which we don't have at this moment in time.
No, it's definitely. I think it would be an upgrade for any team except like City and PSG over Rodri and Vitinha.
I think even in PSG, they would just it would become much better. Their midfield would become, if they could have Rodri and Zubimendi together.
Yeah, Vitinha and Zubimendi.
City.
Oh,
PSG probably not as much.
No, but I watched this. I forgot the name of the YouTuber. He's this British guy.
Yeah.
He was on True Geordie sometimes.
All right.
He makes this analysis of players, and he just showed how Zubimendi is just always 2-3 steps ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
He like waits for a pass.
Yeah.
Instead of making the obvious pass,
instantly.
He waits 1, 2, 3 half seconds, and another opens up.
Yeah. And I think,
and he's very quick with his movement. I like it.
Yeah, you could see, like, even when he was caught on the ball, he always released the
fluid in the movement.
he always released the pass, and that's, I think, one thing which we lack in our midfield. The movement, the ability to stop and wait and then play the pass.
Exactly.
We just rush it, and because Thomas Partey, he was always get the ball and just straight forward. You have to wait and release it at the right moment. I think this guy will give us another tactical level.
He's good.
I'm loving it.
And you're also linked with Sheeshko.
Yeah, I think it will be good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if Merino can bang for us as a striker, I mean, who wouldn't bang for us as a striker?
There was one thing I noticed in this final. One last thing about the final, if you have anything.
No.
Dean Huijsen missed a lot of passes. But he misplaced a lot of passes.
But he still created a lot of good passes.
He creates a lot, but he misplaced. He takes too many chances from the back, and that's kind of sometimes for the good, sometimes for the bad.
Yeah, but I mean, those long passes to Nico Williams, imagine just giving them to Vinicius.
Yeah.
Cash money. I think that, he probably just needs his time to learn when to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Under Alonso, he'll probably learn. I think that will be fine. And the last thing...
Bro, every Real Madrid supporter is like, Alonso will fix
Alonso. And when he doesn't fix something, what do you mean?
Alaba is injured for 2 years. He fixes it. It's okay.
Magic.
Yeah.
The donkey of the week is obviously from the... He is the donkey. Just straight up, the donkey.
We have to add the video.
You have to add the video.
I filmed right before.
Because we knew. As soon as they come out, I was like, I know what's going to happen.
I thought
everybody knew.
Everybody knew. I think it was the same thing with Darwin Núñez.
Yeah.
He had a penalty and everybody knew.
It was like, watching, like, why are you taking a penalty?
Darwin Núñez
in the Champions League. In the Champions League. We knew.
Yeah.
He's gonna miss, but they still
let him. So me and my brother were watching the penalty shootout, and then Nuno Mendes. I thought he was too confident.
Yeah,
I thought he would just blast it over the goal or whatever. And then my brother was like, "No, I'll tell you when the next person misses it."
Yeah.
And then Morata steps up next, and he was like, we looked at each other. We're like, "Yep,
yes."
So I started filming, and then he missed.
We knew it was gonna happen. But the result of this game was Lamine not getting the Ballon d'Or.
Good.
And this for me, okay, you can discuss should Lamine get the Ballon or whatever.
Yeah.
But my problem with this is the result-based analysis of football.
He hasn't won a single trophy yet.
Which we've discussed lengthy at times.
Yeah.
Heatedly.
Yeah.
As well. But I have this, I will use this term forever.
Yeah.
Slave of the scoreboard. It basically means that you analyze the game based on the result. You don't look at the game for what it is, the players for what they've contributed to the game. You just look at, okay, like Saka, Nuno Mendes. Okay, Nuno Mendes, they went through, they knocked out Arsenal, he locked up Saka. What kind of analysis is that? For me, that is the problem. Lamine said it before the France game. I won't let you interrupt it. It's like, okay, you can, I like to look at it over an entire season. We can decide it over this game for sure. But for me, that can never be a thing, because it would be the same thing like with Ange Postecoglou. Probably the worst Premier League season ever. Brink of relegation. But because he won a European final, he's all of a sudden he's a good manager. No. You can't analyze based on the results of the game. That is what I want to say. Like, for example, when France played, when Cherki, or Shakira as they call him, they give him some great names.
Yeah.
When he came on and he had a great game, fantastic player, whatever. Now people, as soon as the game was over, they started saying he's better than Wirtz, he's better than this and that.
Yeah.
Nobody's talked about this guy for entire season.
Yeah.
Just based on one game now. The latest game in people's mind, they're now saying, oh, this is one of the best players in the world. No. It doesn't work like that for me. You have to look over a lengthy period of time and you can say, okay, this is a good enough player. But just based on one game, it's not enough.
Yeah, I guess it's just because it's the big stage and everyone watches that people react.
Yeah, but for me, there's a weird thing for me in football where you have, like, you analyze based on the last game, but you still have nostalgia in football. So you're saying, oh, this player from a long time ago was much better, but then you're saying, oh, this player that just played this game is better. So you have this weird period where if you go far back, if you go far back enough, they're good, and if you go too close enough. But in the between, like if you look at over the entire season, it's not enough. You just look either right here or long time ago, which is a weird thing for me.
Arteta still a loser.
I'm not even talking about Arteta, but sure.
Somehow this is all about Arteta.
It was always about Arteta. It will always be for this guy. But
somehow you're justifying Arteta losing.
I'm not even talking. I'm talking about football in general. We're always talking about goals and assists and everything.
And performance and not winning.
Sure. But this Benzema quote, your boy, is what I will read to further prove my point.
Yeah.
Benzema said, "We no longer bother to look at what a guy does on the pitch. Just who has scored, and the next day we consider him the best." Like I said, it's happened to me. I don't play a good game, and they see me, and I score, and they see me as the best, and I don't like this type of football.
Benzema was horrendous for 3 years. But
for sure.
He's trying to justify the years that he was shit. He was shit. I was watching every single game.
No, of course. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But he's still a player with quality.
Yeah, of course. But that doesn't mean he was good at that time.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like you said, you analyze based on a lengthy period of time, not just on one game. If you look at one game, everybody can be good. If you look at compilation on YouTube, everybody is the greatest player that's ever played the football.
Yeah.
If you look at Giroud's goal compilation, he will look like the greatest striker on earth that we ever produced. But I watched him. I know this guy.
But what's the debate now for Ballon d'Or? Is it Dembele versus Lamine?
I don't even know at this point.
How many goals has Dembele scored this season versus Lamine?
I don't care. For me, and this
how many assists has Dembele done versus Lamine? Because it's over a season. It's not over a game.
Yeah.
So I'm going according to your analysis. Lamine has scored. No, this is Dembele. He scored 33 goals, we said.
Yeah.
And then has 13 assists. Whereas Yamal, this whole season, has 18 goals, 21 assists.
Yeah, but you know, if you look at Lamine's performances, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, are great performances without goal or assist.
Same thing with Dembele.
But no, we talked about it before. Like you said, the whole entire system of Barcelona is built on Lamine Yamal.
So is Dembele. Yes or no? Because their attack, their press, it's based around Dembele, even if he doesn't score.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying that he's a bad player or anything like that. It's not what I mean. I'm just saying the analysis on football show that goals and assists and the results are what matters. For me, that's not enough.
I agree. I agree with your point.
I'm not sure you do.
No, I do agree. I think a part of me hates Lamine.
Okay, fair. I can accept.
But I agree with your point. You should look at the player, not the statistics. I agree with that point. Like my main debate with my mate, the only guy that actually watches the podcast, Pete.
Thank you, Pete.
Thanks. He actually comments after each podcast like, "Hey, I don't agree with this." I was like, "You actually watched?"
Damn.
That's like minute 30 in the podcast.
He does like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this and see if I agree.
Yeah, but that guy only looks at statistics.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
Statistic, it can give you information, but you can't judge based solely on it.
He thinks Lamine is shit because
he has 9 league
stats
goals.
are.
Yeah, but if you look at it, he is the entire system of Barcelona. It won't show on everywhere.
Yeah. No, but I agree with your main point. I'm not gonna be devil's advocate. Sometimes with you, I disagree just because
because you want to make me mad.
Yeah, I just disagree. But this I agree with.
Because for me, it makes the argument for somebody being the better player so loose. You can't grasp it. Like all of a sudden, the entire Ballon d'Or race has shifted based on one game. Like somehow, we spoke about it when Salah just went out of it. Now he's back in it. He hasn't done anything
but
at the same time.
This is also a good point of discussion.
Yeah, for sure it is.
When it comes to these individual awards, it's very subjective.
Definitely.
There is no real objective way to determine it.
Yeah.
Does the best player always just win it automatically? Like if Messi
he should have won it every year then.
But if he didn't win a big title that year, should he still win it? Because technically he is always the best player.
Yeah.
And I don't think so. I think
I think
you show your performance also through winning.
Yeah.
Like you have to show up with something.
Yeah, but you say that, but it's a team sport, so it's difficult. You can perform from your perspective, but this team can still lose.
It's a team sport.
Yeah. But
if you are the best player in a team contributing to the final achievement, which is winning, doesn't that
make you
that's even more important than being individually good as a player?
It depends because
for me that Snyder 2020-10, I still think he deserved the Ballon d'Or because as an individual performance, but he was also such a huge part
of the
team that won the treble in that Inter, and also that Netherlands that reached the final.
Yeah,
he deserves it. Like at what point, even if though Messi is always there, the better player, but he had the best year, so he deserves the prize. So for me, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, like I'm not arguing.
If you're the best player and you win, easy.
Yeah.
But if you're the best player and you do not win, I can't just give you the prize automatically.
So
because someone else is doing more.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So would you say then that somebody like Rafinha would deserve Ballon d'Or this year then?
No, because Dembele did more.
In what way? Because for me, the difference is, okay, the leagues here. It's a big gap in quality.
And the Champions League.
Okay, but this guy played 90 minutes less.
You say 90 minutes less as if though it's not a final.
Yeah, I know.
Those 90 minutes are the most important 90 minutes.
Sure,
you play the whole season to reach those 90 minutes.
Nah, no, I'm just messing with you. But it's still the point.
Yeah, but that's why he comes like behind Ousmane Dembele. And for me, also behind Lamine. For me, it's like Ousmane Dembele.
Number one,
and then Lamine, and then Rafinha. Because I agree with your point that you should look at what the player does on the pitch and not just at his stats.
Yeah.
And that's why I prefer Lamine over Rafinha. I also prefer Pedri over Rafinha.
Yeah.
But for me, Ousmane Dembele has the performance, the stats, and the titles to show up for.
Okay, I understand what you mean. For me, I think he's performed excellent since the turn of the year. But for me, it has to be over the entire season. But it's a discussion that which I think we will continue to have forever.
Agree to disagree.
I agree to disagree.
But do you think Messi deserved that 2010 Ballon d'Or?
I need to study it more. I can't, from the top, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Okay. Because I think that was the most controversial, one of the most controversial.
We can do like a deserved Ballon d'Or discussion.
Or 2014 Ronaldo, no, 2013 Ronaldo won it.
Yeah.
He didn't win a title that year. While Ribéry won the Champions League and the treble with Bayern, but everyone thought Ribéry deserved it.
Yeah.
Because he won.
But you know, it's been this discussion because Ribéry commented it.
Yeah.
You know, after, and when you look at it, even Messi came before Ribéry in that Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Ribéry came third.
Yeah.
So if Ronaldo didn't win, Messi would have won it anyways.
So it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I, for one, believe like not even Ribéry. I think Robben deserved it that year because he was the one that won.
I think Robben.
He was better when it mattered that year.
Yeah, he scored in the final.
Yeah, and he scored versus Barcelona in the semi-final.
Yeah.
3 times or something.
You know, Ribéry had 1 goal at Champions League.
I don't know where the Ribéry hype came from. Yeah, I was surprised.
I guess we'll have to do a segment on that.
On the Ballon d'Or.
But now we're doing keep or sell.
Yes.
We start with keep or sell Real Madrid edition. So I will tell the player's name.
Courtois.
No, you can't see. You can't look. You just have to go with your gut feeling as soon as I say the name.
Okay.
And okay, we have keep or sell or undecided dangerous.
Undecided danger zone.
Okay, starting off, Courtois.
Sell.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Courtois keep.
Courtois keep. Probably the best keeper in the world. One of them. Lunin.
Keep. If he wants to stay.
If he wants to stay, that's probably the best backup goalkeeper.
If we were able to get Juan Garcia, I would have said sell.
Yeah,
but
so replace him with
Lunin. But now keep.
Of course. Huijsen obviously keep. You just got him. Raúl Asensio.
Of course keep. Unless he goes to prison. Still keep.
But Judge, we have 50 Champions Leagues. Eder Militao.
No. Judge, you haven't seen his last dish tackle. On God.
Eder Militao.
Sell.
Antonio Rudiger.
Keep.
David Alaba.
Sell.
Jesus Vallejo. He's left,
gone.
right?
He's
left, right? Fran Garcia.
Keep.
Ferland Mendy.
Sell. Sell.
Okay, Trent just arrived. Dani Carvajal.
Keep.
Okay, well, Vasquez just left, but Lucas Vasquez?
Throw him out the window.
Okay, so Aurelien Tchouameni.
Keep.
Federico Valverde.
Keep.
Eduardo Camavinga.
Danger zone. Maybe sell.
Maybe sell.
Because
you could get a lot of money for him.
Yeah. I feel like Tchouameni, one of Tchouameni and Camavinga, if we buy a midfielder, one of them has to go.
Yeah.
And I think Tchouameni this year showed that he has better mentality than Camavinga. Camavinga is a bit too inconsistent.
Yeah, I understand.
But I do love Camavinga. He's one of my favorite players, and favorite personalities in Madrid, more than favorite player. But it's just
it hasn't worked out really, as much as you would have thought.
Yeah, that's a tough one to say.
Yeah, but you gotta be real with it.
Yeah.
Fidget spinner, Ceballos.
So, if we buy a midfielder,
Jude Bellingham.
Oh, you know what? Ceballos keep. He's a good
squad player.
He's a good squad player. Yeah.
Jude Bellingham.
Keep.
Vinicius Junior.
Keep.
You hesitated. Rodrigo.
He's a more intelligent player than Vinicius.
All right.
Would fit in Alonso's system better, I think.
You think, yeah? We don't know.
So it really all depends. I want to watch the Club World Cup
just to see
who does better.
How Alonso plays his team as well.
Yeah, he could play both. Who knows? But I think based on realistic, and based on the fact that Rodrigo over a season he has these dips in form where he just disappears for 3 months or 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Arda Güler.
Keep for 1 season just to see. I need him in midfield.
Yeah.
I want him in midfield. He's supposed to be a Modric. He's not supposed to be a right winger.
Yeah. Brahim Diaz.
Sell.
Kylian Mbappe.
Keep.
Endrick.
Keep.
That's it. So based on your keep or sell, you'd probably need a couple of center backs, left back.
We're gonna buy Carreras, hopefully.
Yeah. You still need a center back, I would say, because if
I think realistically, I think we'll keep both Militao and Alaba.
Yeah, Alaba.
But I just want to get rid of them because they're both injured and old.
Alaba's on a lot of money as well.
He has 1 year on his contract left, I think.
Still a lot of money. And you would probably need a right winger that fits Alonso's system.
Frank Mastantuono.
Yeah, but he's still young. You can't rely on him for an entire season.
I think if we play 3-4-3, Bellingham is one of the 3.
Yeah.
So then we don't need a right winger.
Okay, fair. Okay, so now we do keep or sell Arsenal edition.
All right. Raya.
Keep. I have to.
Neto.
He's out. The worst second goalkeeper. You know who signed him? Edo Gaspar, that fraud. He signed him and he's cup tight, so we can't play him in the cup. What's a backup keeper that can't play in the cups? Anyways.
You bought Kepa.
We can discuss it later.
No, let's discuss it now.
It's for the transfer segment.
It's horrendous. Saliba.
Keep.
Sell to us.
You wish. You don't have the money.
Gabriel.
Keep.
Let me predict. Gabriel is the new Militao next season. After his ACL.
He didn't tear it. It was his hamstring.
Okay, never mind. Kivior. You mean the legend that stopped Real Madrid? You don't want to keep him.
It's difficult.
The best center back in the world.
It's difficult because he's showed us that he can step in this team and perform to a decent degree. But this would also be like, okay, maybe we can get some money out of him now. You can sign a replacement out of him. But I would keep.
Miles Lewis Kelly. Sell.
Keep. You guys thought you had a chance of getting him. Keep.
Calafiori. You want to sell him this early?
No. It's difficult because he's been so injured.
Yeah.
But special player. Special player. Keep him.
Zinchenko.
Sell! Get him out of here.
Tierney.
He's already gone. Thank you for your service.
Timber.
Keep.
Ben White.
Keep as well.
Tomiyasu. It's time to go.
Honestly, I forgot he existed. Get rid of him. I like him. He gave us a lot, but too injured.
Here comes a controversial Partey.
We really sell instantly. Don't give him a new contract. He's out of contract now. And Arsenal released a statement of players which leaves on a free transfer, which is mostly academy players, and Partey's name was on it.
Really?
So as of now, they haven't renewed his contract, but they're talking about negotiating a new one.
I think he will be a good sub.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That they're giving him a lower wage, more performance based, but he says this is his final contract, big contract. He wants a big one, and I think we'll give it to him. I hope not, because big problem for him. Sell.
Declan Rice.
Captain Fantastic. Always keep.
Merino.
Keep. Good squad player.
Ødegaard. If I have to.
Martin.
I guess.
The upgrade. Can I have upgrade? I keep. I get. If I could sell him, I would. But I don't think anybody wants to buy him. Okay.
That's mean.
Okay, but honestly, who would buy him?
Inter.
With what money?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Martinelli.
Keep.
Trossard.
Sell. I think Saudi has been in for him over the last year. We need to.
Who the fuck was?
I have no idea, but sell.
Saka. Sell.
Star boy. Keep.
Nwaneri.
Keep.
Sterling.
You know, I have to say it.
Bro, his value has gone down to 10 million.
I'm surprised he's at 10 million, honestly. He's left already.
Thomas Partey's value went down to 14 million.
He's back at Chelsea already. But I have to say, he's been horrendous. He had one good game for us. But I think, you know, his good contribution for us? In the dressing room. Because this guy has been playing since he was 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
We know the British media, they love to attack the black players. And this season we have the outbreak of Nwaneri and Marcelo. I think there's not many better players that can guide them in this sense than Raheem Sterling. So I'm happy that we had them for this season, but please don't put on an Arsenal shirt ever again.
That's mean. I can't imagine Raheem Sterling is 30. He's always, for me, he will always be 24.
Yeah, it just like
Havertz.
Keep my guy.
Gabriel Jesus.
We can't even sell him, he's injured. But I would sell. Yeah. He's too injury prone, honestly. There's a lot of sell.
You have no subs.
Basically. Yeah, but it's good.
Yeah.
I think this shows both our squads need surgery this season.
Yeah.
We probably should do like who we'd want to sign next. We can do it next podcast maybe.
Sounds good.
But now we're going to some transfer rumors.
And some really good transfers. Interesting transfers.
Interesting. First one, I'm so sad about this one. Juan Garcia.
Barca.
From Espanyol to Barcelona. This guy is an amazing keeper.
This is theft.
You know, for 25 million. You know what annoys me?
Low salary as well.
You know what annoys me? We wanted to buy him last year.
Yeah.
Edu was like, we can give you 20 million. Espanyol was like, no. And Edu was like, okay, never mind then. We missed out on this fantastic keeper because of 5 million euros.
Yeah, Edu is stupid.
Yeah, I will never look at barbecues the same.
But this new guy is not doing anything.
You're saying that, but he is.
Berta.
He is doing.
Brother, all your transfers are on hold. Zubimendi, and then it's on hold. Sheeshko on hold.
No.
You're not even. It's. I don't see any rumors of a left winger.
Rodrigo.
Sexy.
Okay, this is yours.
Frank Mastantuono. This guy, I don't know. I watch his videos.
He's kind of silky.
There's just something not clicking for me.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's just not as smooth. It doesn't look smooth.
He's kind of raw, I think.
He is raw, but you know, some players when they like right wingers specifically. Yeah. I like wingers that keep the ball close to their feet. Lamine. Lamine, he's very too close. Sometimes I feel like Saka is not even dribbling. He just walks with the ball.
Yeah, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't like that. Like there is some distance.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. Rodrigo, the way he dribbles out.
Yeah.
Vinicius sometimes a bit too far, but this guy, he keeps the ball away. He pushes it too far from him. Yeah. It seems a bit clumsy the way he dribbles.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll give him some time.
But I do trust Argentinians. They always.
Yeah, they have the.
They always succeed. They have the dog mentality.
Yeah, and that's what
we haven't had an Argentinian in so long.
What, since Di Maria maybe?
Yeah. I mean, started. Nico Paz was academy player, but he was sold.
Yeah.
So we need this kind of dog mentality player, you know. We need an Argentinian. Everyone needs an Argentinian in their team. This is why Arsenal dominant. Yes.
Which Argentinians should we buy, honestly?
Julian Alvarez.
Get this guy out of here.
You know who also likes Julian Alvarez? Your legend Henry. You know what? I highly respect Henry. every opinion that I have, he agrees with.
Yeah, sure.
He does.
Yeah. Great.
He criticized Arteta.
So do I. Not just to you. Because I need someone. Nobody is propping him up, so I need to do it. I need to do all the heavy lifting.
Nobody's propping him up for a reason.
Hey, because you're blind. Another transfer. Luka Modric to AC Milan. I mean, we're talking shit about Serie A. it's a retirement home.
Yeah.
They go sign Luka Modric, honestly. I think it'd be good.
he's a good player, you know, still. I think
Serie A, maybe.
no, we could do well. He's like a quarter-final Champions League level still. I think he could do it. I think he's a good player. He's a good. Imagine Allegri also.
Allegri, terrorist ball.
Yeah, but he managed to play Pirlo in a good position. He'll probably manage with Modric.
That was a long time ago.
I think AC Milan. I'm looking forward to the season.
I wouldn't, honest. I'm not saying that just to spite them, but
You never know. We'll see. Zubimendi to Arsenal, maybe.
it's done.
But he did comment in an interview, my future, it's going to be a long summer. Hey, it's not over.
90 minutes is a long time.
I don't know how it's going to end. What if Alonso calls me to join Real Madrid? I always said he was my idol. And it was a privilege to have him as a coach of Real Madrid B.
Did he play for Real Madrid B?
I think they said it wrong. I think Sociedad B.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? This Alonso guy, man,
Aura.
he does some magic shit. He seems to have a good convincing mentality.
You know who else has it? No, honestly, he has.
Both from Sociedad.
Basque.
Seems to be the Basque thing.
It's a Basque thing.
Like, I read about Jonathan Tah.
Yeah.
And he talked about Alonso as a manager. And he was like, he just has this, like, when you talk to him, you just automatically respect him. You listen. He has this natural aura. And he's like the only manager that has managed to convince Perez to buy players that he wants, that he needs.
Not just that he...
Yeah, no, this guy has some crazy convincing... He called Mastantuono and convinced him to come to Madrid. This is voodoo shit.
I mean, it's not that difficult to convince someone to, hey, come to Real Madrid, we're the biggest club in the world. Yeah. It don't take not much convincing, honestly.
Exactly, same thing with Zubimendi. Boom!
And still, he rejected you for us.
Has he yet? Yeah, I think.
Promise that. This was a sad one for you.
Yeah.
Simon Inzaghi, done for Al Hilal. He even met all the players in the squad as well. So it's a done deal. It was like a week after he lost the Champions League finals, like, can't take this no more.
50 million or get humiliated again. 50 million, 2 years.
Easy money.
26 million.
Yeah.
Dollars per year? Yeah,
it's crazy. I understand.
Gotta respect the hustle.
But the worst thing was when Al Hilal posted his announcement videos.
Yeah.
It was like, I'll have to use some of the moments of him as a player.
Yeah.
And they used a moment when Inzaghi scored a goal. The problem was, it wasn't Simeone Inzaghi, it was Pippo Inzaghi. That's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
The next one. Brian Mbeumo has given priority to Manchester United.
2 good signings now. Cunha is a very good signing, and Mbeumo is a very good signing.
Mbeumo, I would have had him at Arsenal. He's a very, very good player.
If you don't buy Gyökeres, I think they're coming for Gyökeres as well.
They should not buy Gyökeres. I don't think that front three does not work. They should just use Xerxes. I think that's a good... Matheus Cunha, Xerxes, and Mbeumo front three.
Xerxes is a good sub. He's not a starter.
But you can't have 3 players who wants to score the goals and be the main man. You need somebody to connect them. And Xerxes would be that man. He would be the Firmino.
Could be. I think now they need a midfielder.
They need a lot of stuff.
They need a midfielder,
but honestly,
and they need a centre back, a good centre back.
But they at this moment in time, they probably have better attackers than we do.
Yeah. And Mbeumo is better than Saka.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And I'm better than Nuno Mendes as well.
No, but this is interesting. I told you, Amorim is going to succeed.
Sure. Somebody that did not succeed was Ange Postecoglou. Farewell, goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friends.
Damn, that third season was short.
You have... You know what happened? They just killed the character before it happened. You know why I'm sad?
Yeah.
Because every time we played Ange Tottenham, I knew we were going to win. I knew it was an easy game. We won every time we met them. And so I'm sad. that he let him go. But I understand, like they had horrible season, even though they won. But they had a better season than Arsenal, didn't they? So they finally fired the manager. Why?
Because they're too good.
They're too good.
They have high ambitions as a club.
Bigger ambitions than Arsenal, so they fired their manager. But you know, the one that replaced him.
No, you know what the problem is? Tottenham board is too afraid of success.
Yeah, exactly. We want to trophy. What do we do?
We can't say it.
Abort. Yeah, we don't do that here. Shame. But the guy that replaced him, Thomas Frank,
Good manager.
from Brentford, he's a very good manager. You know, he knows how to operate on a budget, doesn't have that much money.
Knows the Premier League.
Knows the Premier League. He's a good tactician. I think this would be a perfect fit for them. And
Also, he likes bulk, you know, toughing it out, but also nice play.
and you know what else he likes?
Yeah.
Arsenal. Every time we played them,
Hey, that means he will
Arsenal.
start playing like Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so. I think now when we played them,
Tottenham is going to be a boogie team. For
yeah,
big team.
I think Tottenham would be a good team this next season
Yeah.
with him in charge, because this is a good coach.
Yeah.
You know, Brentford, since they've been come up to the Premier League, you know, you see some of the media stuff coming out of them. I think that's a class club, honestly. The way they operate, the way they're doing things, it's very nice. So to see, and I think he is a big part of the reason why they're doing so well. So I'm sad to see that he's going to Tottenham, honestly, because I truly like him.
It's a good signing.
I think that's probably the best signing they could have made this summer, Tottenham. He's fantastic, and I'm not someone as fantastic. Kepa Arrizabalaga from
Even as a sub, let me tell you, out of experience.
because I wanted to ask you, you had them as a second.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Horrendous. The only contribution
Yeah.
that he apparently helped
Yeah.
was the penalty shootout against City. He told Lunin where
Where
to
to
go.
die? Yeah.
My ass. the only thing I would attribute to him and compliment him is that he allowed Lunin to be a first goalkeeper.
Yeah, because I remember when he signed you, when you signed him.
Lunin played in Leganes the year before.
Yeah.
Came back. Kepa, we bought him to replace an ACL injury of Courtois.
Yeah.
And Lunin still got it. That's how bad he is. Every time he played, it was a reliability.
Reliability, okay.
Liability.
Liability.
I think I'm getting
You're getting tired. Now I think the thing, what I'm thinking, he played the Bournemouth last season. It was their best ever defensive season in the Premier League.
because of Dean Huijsen.
Yes.
Yeah. And Kirkesh.
Yes.
Yes.
And everybody else on the team.
Not Kepa.
And you know, I'm undecided, but some people show like his stats for Bournemouth, and they were comparable to Sells, you know, the Nottingham Forest keeper. So he was okay. We got him for 5 million euros, which is not a lot. He's not on high wages.
I mean,
and he's a second keeper. I mean,
it's a Havertz kind of sign.
yeah.
Sheeshko to Arsenal.
Sheeshko to Arsenal. I think he will be like our kind of Holland striker, because he's the kind of striker, you know, the powerful, fast.
I think he's going to be the new Morata.
New Morata.
He misses so much. Like, I watched this game against us, man. I've never seen a striker miss such good chances. If he put away his chances, Real Madrid would have won the Champions League 2024.
Yeah. But that was not so
you don't really have that the striker that scores 20 goals. Saka is done, 15 goals?
Yep.
You need the striker that scores goals. He's not it.
But
Where are the goals going to come from?
The team.
Corners. Declan Rice free kicks.
See.
Counters. Like,
No, we don't counter. We never counter. We're
against us, you counter.
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
We suck at counters. That's how bad you are. Because we never scored on counters.
But this is a bad side.
No, I think this is a good signing because he is a kind of player which we don't have in the squad. The kind with ball striking.
He's a Havertz.
Nah,
What's the difference to him and Havertz? There is nothing. He is literally a Havertz. You're just buying. You have two types of worthless strikers.
No, they are completely different. Just because they're tall, it doesn't make them.
No, but they are good at hold-up play. They are physical.
I don't think
presence in the box.
From what I've seen, from what I've heard, his strength is not the hold-up play, Sheeshko. He's more. He's kind of more. Weirdly enough, despite being 6'5", he's more dribbling, pace, running with the ball, striking it, counters. So he's a different profile to what we have, which is good because we need a striker, a different kind of striker. And I think going into next season, I think we might line up with like a 4-4-2 kind of formation with both Havertz and him on the pitch.
I am surprised nobody bought Osimhen. He's a class striker.
No, everybody wants Osimhen, but you know what he wants? He wants,
he doesn't want
Al Hilal. They can't even afford his wages.
Jesus.
That's how bad it is.
But Osimhen is so good. That's a world class striker.
He's a good player, but he needs to humble himself. I mean, you need not even half your wages. You need tenfold what you want.
Jag tror att du kommer hinna med det sista. Academy.
Final thing. I told you we released some players. We released a lot of our academy players. We are so bad as a football club to sell our academy players. We don't have a system, Arsenal, where we loan out our academy players and then boost their values and then sell them for. It doesn't have to be much, like a 5 million. What?
The only thing we do with our academy player is sell them, buy back clause. They do well, we take them back, give them 1 season, fail, sell.
But at least something, because now there's been so many seasons where we just released our youngsters. They haven't been loaned. We haven't sold them for anything, and it's not that they're bad players. I don't know why they're doing it this way, because we lose out on so much money by doing this way. I think we have a good enough academy that can sustain itself if we just loan out the players and then sell them for a couple of millions. It doesn't have to be that much, but I think that will sustain itself. Like we sold Omari Hutchinson to Chelsea immediately for not that much money. Immediately they loaned him out. Next season when he came back, they sold him to the same club for millions. Why don't we do that? This is something I think we as a club need to improve on. Final segment then. Comment of the week. We have only one comment of the week from the Madrid zone. Xabi Alonso reportedly fainted in today's Real Madrid training.
What?
I read this and I was like, oh no,
why?
What happened? Is it too hot in Madrid? He's used to the German weather. What's up? This happened right after the manager watched Ferland Mendy attempt to cross the ball.
I don't think I've ever seen Mendy cross.
A success put in a success.
Horror.
This
player.
is what we end on.
Now let's see the other one. Asensio prosecution is seeking a 4-year prison sentence for Raul Asensio. The defense, Your Honor, we have 15 Champions Leagues.
The name of the defendant is Ahmed. That's just your argument for every situation.
This makes me look so bad.
But what you mean? A good argument is a good argument, right?
Yeah. It's a good argument.
It's a good argument.
It would hold up in court. Let
us reconsider.
And finally, my favorite comments of the week. Dean Hoysen commented on Lamine. It was like, my son, and then Lamine commented, my new toy. Get the fuck out of here. You lost the final. Where were you?
Both of them lost the final. What do you mean?
Yeah, but this guy lost more. My boy doesn't talk too much. Lamine, learn, man.
Look at it. Somebody did like a fun
he talks
tweet.
Too much. Stop talking.
People, I realize people truly hate Lamine because some guy
if you talk a lot of shit, you deserve to. If you play the game, I don't think that's the same.
I don't think so. If you play the game, walk the walk.
No, if you play the game you have to tolerate.
Just made that up. And it's
I just translated from Swedish.
Say it in Swedish then. Om du med leker får du leka tåla.
No, you know what? I think this would, for me, it's not as obvious that he would succeed in the future
Lamine.
as Messi, because he's not humble enough. I think he could be a Neymar. He could ruin his future with this kind of personality and mentality.
That's just wishful thinking.
I hope. No, but man, he talks a lot.
Okay.
Calm down.
Vinicius talks a lot.
And he's shit.
But he wanted Ballon d'Or for him.
Yeah, he did it 10 times less. This guy talks too much. I think he's gonna eat up his word.
No.
I hope.
You hope. This is the first time where he's talked the talk and he wasn't able to walk the walk. This is the first time. Let him lose sometimes. Come on. He can't win every time.
He's speaking early. That's the nah, he's gonna destroy us. Alright. It's been good. It's been real. Ciao. Bro, jag måste tagga hem. Jag är helt slut.
Det är därför du...